This is Radio 1's Chillest show with Sian Eleri.
I know now that I can't make good how I wish I could. Go back and put me where you stood. Nothing's really something now, the whole thing's stood. Serves to suffer, make a hole in my foot. I hope you look as I fill my book. Oh, what a waste of wood. Nothing's really happened like I thought it would. On no dynasty. Yeah, what is wrong with me? Man, I'm so sorry. I got the best of me. I really damn been on such a violent spree. Maybe you can still make a man from me, here on Speyside Key. With what's left of me, as you live and breathe. I really know now what had hold on me.
Now you should know Would you rush to the bottom of my black tie? Would you want me to stop you? 'Cause that would take all I've got. Now we're just blood brothers, covered in paper cuts, with a bond like no other. Was it ever enough? Whenever you want, whenever you need, I come moving closer, or I can leave. If anything helps you, or if anything hurts, I will love you forever. If that won't make it worse.
The mellow start, as always, on the Chillest Show with Hayley Williams' Blood Bros and Bon Iver's Speyside on Radio 1. It's Sian Eleri, your warm music companion for the next few, including a brand new Chillest record, and this band performs for Radio 1's piano sessions. At the Stool will be The Favours.
Easy telling someone how to feel. Not as fun to tell someone you love that it's real. The house your daddy built is underwater. No use trying not to be your mother's daughter. Everybody knows that you're my weakness. You're an open secret, I'm afraid. Every time I walk by Times Square, Jesus, he tells me to confess before my grave. But I don't wanna be seen.
She's everything that I've ever wanted to be, because she's yours and I'm no threat, of course. I still pick up your mother from the airport. She says I should move on. You're too
recognise that song? They're called the Favours. It's the duo of Finneas and Ashe. Finneas being the incredibly renowned producer, Grammy winner, brother of Billie Eilish, and these longtime friends have just linked up to do a brand new project called The Favours. Debut album called Dream is out now. It came out on Friday. And this swooping song from there called Times Square Jesus on Radio 1. And they'll be on Radio 1's piano sessions tonight. Live music like no other. But it's just going to be the two of them at the piano stool performing a song of their own from this album and a cover. Have a look at the cover already. It's really, really good. You're not going to want to miss it. It'll be happening in about 50 minutes time on this show. In the meantime, the Support Club is well and truly open. So if you're feeling a little rough around the edges, maybe not quite yourself, the music is here, I suppose, as an ointment for us. Maybe you're starting uni for the first time, sat in a new room, putting up pictures, trying to make it homely, meeting a flatmate's like, oh God, which one of these is going to be my friends for the next few years? Nervous about going out, maybe feeling a bit homesick too. Or even as something as simple as you're on the night shift and you really can't be bothered. 03700 100 100, my number on WhatsApp to join the Support Club. And we go into like an oldie but a goodie from duo Wasia Project. Some cinematic sounds with Remember When.
Remember when we talked till dawn, so the night fade into morning. In that moment you were mine. Time was all it was, but now it's gone. monster's curse. There's only so much time I have to sit beside the dying man, happily unaware, empty in his stare, only in the present, cloudy with a head now, and isn't it unfair? I'm running blind with a pair of scissors in my hand to keep him with me, hand to hand. He handed me his life, too young, too bad together. I'm in over my head. Who am I to him now? Walking through his hall, he greets me with a smile, denies he has a child. I wonder if this version of him feels content with all he's done. He knows he sailed the sea, he knows he loved to read, he crossed the grandest canyon, he walked in early mornings. I wish I joined him more. Running blind with a pair of scissors in my hand to keep him with me, hand to hand. He handed me his life, too young, too bad together. I'm in over my head. And every time I have to say goodbye to one part of him I never cry, it's me living with my thoughts instead of holding on to us. First it's only me, and if I stay up I know he'll leave. Whatever's left of me can go. I'm over my head. And every time I have to say goodbye to one part of him I never cry, it's me living with my thoughts instead of holding on to us. First it's only me, and if I stay up I know he'll leave. Whatever's left of me can be cold.
Very nice to play this trio again. It's been a hot second since we heard from Afternoon Bike Ride, the three mates in Toronto that we've been playing on this show since 2021 now. And I think they're like the perfect car ride soundtrack for when it's like the rain's pouring and you're at a crossroads in your life, or maybe in the road. I don't know, maybe there's a fork there. But they are incredible with songs like that, called something we wouldn't advertise that you do, Running with Scissors, on the Chillest Show on Radio 1. The sports club is open too, and the first entrant is Isaac, saying, Shan, I just moved into my third year uni house in Cardiff. I'm unpacking my clothes, absolutely riveting, so I thought I'd stick Radio 1 on. Well, hopefully you haven't regretted that decision. I don't think you will, based on this show. Dan in Portsmouth's back in, saying, I'd like to join for no other reason than just wanting the company to listen to the show and the picks. Thank you. I'll try and make it worth your while, Dan. To Sam too, sending you love, my friends. They say thanks for the amazing work as always. Recently my girlfriend and I of 6 years broke up, and opening up with that Bon Iver song was fairly crushing as the album sort of soundtracked our breakup. Well, Sam, I hope you feel seen. I actually do have a really nice breakup song a little later on to hopefully make you feel at least reassured in some way. 03700 100 100, my number on WhatsApp to join the support club. breakups or anything in between, we are here for you. As is Joy Crookes with Forever.
Why are we still gripping to forever? Why are we trying to love with so much pressure? Though the chance of loss is high, memory marks my mind and that's forever and ever, ever and ever. Heartbreak consistent like British weather, but I don't let you go. 'Cause you've been living on my mind. Memory, rivers running from my eyes. So whether you're with me or not, remember that we traded love and that's forever and ever, ever and ever. Forever was a thought with you, but you could convince me that my brown eyes had turned to blue. Saw my mom make my dad cry. As a child I learned there's no forever. 6 feet under, wrapped in white. Watched your body sleep tight. Tomorrow never guaranteed, but you're alive in me and that's forever and ever, ever and ever. 'Cause you've been living on my mind. Memory, rivers running from my eyes. So whether you're with me or not, remember that we traded love and that's forever and ever, ever and ever. Ever and ever, ever and ever. Nothing's forever. Don't apply the pressure. We're not together. Memories last forever. Whether you're with me or not, remember that we traded love and that's forever.
Oh, cute, from her Juniper album that came out on Friday. Joy Crookes with Forever. A brand new Chillest record to come very shortly. 6 minutes or so. So here's from one from back in April. Self-Esteem with Logic.
Sometimes it's easy, sometimes I'm cool, finding out that you've been moving on too. Yeah, babe, I get it. It's been a long time. Now I know, I promise that I'll try to let the love evolve together but alone. And at the end, hold you, my friend, share what we now know. Let the love evolve, let it change and grow. But I can't pretend I ever felt anything close to you. days they got longer. My body now sore. Who will be who I am in defeat for? You're not the tune now, but you're still in the score. And this song's on the set list now forevermore. Let the love evolve together but alone. And at the end, hold you my friend, share what we now know. Let the love evolve, let it change and grow. But I can't pretend I ever felt anything close to you.
Self-Esteem with Logic on Radio 1. Playing for Tom the Young Farmer. Welcome back. He says, I'm checking into the support club as I spread cow muck in the last bit of today. Shropshire countryside, golden hour sunshine for me. Kicking the last of my hangover out my body. Looking forward to heading inside to see my girlfriend Beth before a busy week of farming ahead. Thanks for the soothing soundtrack. This'll help with your head. Last week's Chillest record from Joe, the music venture of Qing, who dropped 12 brand new songs last week for the deluxe version of the Crookes. And this is our personal favourite, named after a famous monk. It's called Thich, Nhat, Hanh on Radio 1.
Carry on.
washing over us completely. Joe with Thich Nhat Hanh on Radio 1. And it's time for the most essential new tune in the mellow world, my chillest record. And it goes to the smiliest bloke in dance music, Sammy Virji. Now, he usually delivers bouncy, high-octane floor fillers. We do get the occasional bubbler, mellow music, fizzing with optimism and softness. And he dropped a whole album on Friday called Same Day Cleaning, with a bunch of features on there, from Champion to Gigs, Flowdan, Izzy Cross, the list goes on and on. But here he is as my chillest record, Sammy Virji with Burn the River.
Radio 1's chillest record.
It is written in the stars, this enchanted love of ours will burn bright day and night, forever, my
love. Isn't it?
How fun is that? A brand new chillest record by Sammy Virji. His first one. It's a big day. It's called Burn the River. That new album called Same Day Cleaning. He's got it all. some more Support Club entrants in a moment. After we rewind it back to 2018 with Mac Miller. This is 2009 on Radio 1.
All I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door. Yeah, okay, you gotta jump in to swim. Well, the light was dim and this life is sin. Now every day I wake up and breathe. I don't have it all, but that's alright with me. Take it nice and easy, took a flight to see me. Send you back home with a light that's beaming. The whole team about to figure it out. We ice cold, that's what winter about. And sometimes, I wish I took a simpler route. Instead of having demons that's as big as my house. Have a ball with it, dribble and bounce. Cause the party ain't over till they kicking me out. Yeah, isn't it funny? We can make a lot of money, buy a lot of things just to feel a lot of ugly. I was high and muddy, looking for what was looking for me. But I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. Tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door. Yeah, they ask me what I'm smiling for. Well, because I've never been this high before. It's like I never felt alive before. I'd rather have me peace of mind than war. You see me and you, we ain't that different. I struck the out and then I came back swinging. Take my time to finish, mind my business. A life ain't a life till you live it. I was digging me a hole big enough to bury my soul. Weight of the world, I gotta carry my own. With these arms, I can carry you home. I'm right here when you scared and alone, and I ain't never in a hurry. You don't never gotta worry, even when it's 7:30 and the time is running low. When your heart get cold, see what's behind all them unturned stones. And I'm a pro when it come to my job, but really I'm just trying to start believing in God. Now when it gets hard, I don't panic, I don't sound the alarm, because I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door. I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door.
This is Radio 1's Chillest show.
I wasn't crying, it was raining when I wrote this. Open heart surgery, the feeling too exposing. Of wishing I was closer to your very first moments. The dads that I saw didn't talk about emotion very much. As long as you was fed, it was love. Mum picked up the slack and it just was what it was. Your aunties were like angels, your uncle was a rock, your grandmother was a gangster, and you were just like your pops. To be everything to you that my dad never was is the only thing I ever really want. But once can lead to knots. Like, why was you not there? Why you not in the house? Why was you so scared? Was it me? I get nervous around dads when they talk about sleepless nights, knowing I can't relate but still banter to be polite. Saw my mama do the single thing, my sisters did it too. Never thought that I'd be guilty of being the reason life get crazy, don't it? No, you wouldn't blame me for it. Try write my son a sonnet, scared of a broken promise, a cycle of melancholy. Daddy with daddy issues, I hope you know daddy miss you, and we did this all because baby boy,
It's like when the dad's around, being a man comes with a manual. So if I give my son a hand, there's nothing we can't handle. I'd rather show my son some sand than give my son the sandal. My boy, unless you're better than yourself, son, don't gamble. I was riding bikes at 4 with no stabilizers. You beat me by a year and now you can stay beside us. Brush your teeth, comb your hair and you get dressed with me. I don't like to argue in front of you or speak aggressively. I broke some generational curses so you don't deal with them. And there's some that man are still dealing with. They're trying to reel me in. There's pain, shame and guilt in them. I pray they don't affect you too. My son, the picture's never perfect. You gotta filter them. Daddy loves you, la la mommy. I think I found happiness regardless of money. You got your mum's face but I can still see me and you. Why you cut your cousin's hair? That's the me and you. Why you ride quads? That's the me and you. One day we'll have a grown-up talk, just me and you. I told you about the birds and bees, I told you about the curbs and streets, I told you about the work and fees, I told you about adversaries. We was born 35 years and 4 days apart. Whatever you choose to do in this life, let the Lord play a part. I've already paved the way and God has ordained the path. Don't be no follower, my son, when you can orchestrate the march.
Daddy.
Cute. With some honeyed gospel flair. Kojey Radical with Ghetts and Chrissi. It's called Baby Boy on Radio 1, playing for Jason in San Francisco. Capping off a weekend attending my lifelong friend Dom's wedding. Nothing like the Chillest show to nurse this hangover. Hi Nhat in Cardiff. Can you give Bethan and Caroline a shout out? Had a lovely catch up and they've lifted me up. This song's lifted me up as well. Thank you, Diolch you 3, and this is lovely. Matilda Mann with There Will Never Be Another You.
There will be many other nights like this, and I'll be standing here with someone new. There will be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring, but there will never be another you. There will be other lips that I may kiss, but they won't thrill me like yours. You come true. If there will never ever be another times where I may guess upon the evening sky with someone true, somebody who I cannot fault, who loves me there, yet I do not, 'cause there will never be another you. There will be other memories I may make, but none of them will shine the way yours do. And foolishly I must confess I messed it up and lost the best, 'cause there will never ever be another you. Yes, I may dream a million dreams, but how can they come true if there will never ever be another you?
Not us in the studio saying, this is really Christmassy. And we're going to make a note, and then if you're back here in December, you'll know why we put it in. Matilda Mann, there will never be another you. On Radio 1. Now, in big music news, we had Lola Young do the live lounge this week. I don't know if you had the chance to listen to it, whether it was live or maybe you caught a bit on TikTok and Instagram. It blew up because she performed Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. Got everyone chatting. It's incredible. She's so talented. You can watch that back on iPlayer on YouTube, producer Sophie. Yeah. Well worth a watch. And she did it just before dropping her next album called I'm Only Myself. It came out on Friday, and the song I'm going to play for you, it's a real gem in that crown. I've always admired her for talking about the less than perfect side of relationships. I think it's why Messy resonated with so many people. So I think if you're picking up the pieces from a breakup, trying to figure things out again and honestly boost yourself and your own self-confidence, then this is for you. From the new album, Lola Young with Sad Sob Story on Radio 1.
Flying was a talent, baby, you'd be an expert. I said that I could manage, I didn't need a lecture. And you're so sick that you made me miss my best friend's birthday, 'cause she hated how she pointed out that the jokes that you made about me weren't even ever really that funny. They were just to put me down. I'm so glad we're over. No more fighting and trying and fighting again. You can keep the time sofa, 'cause I never liked the orange, but you hated the red. Guess I had to let you go to know that I didn't need you in the first place. Life's about learning, and it can show you that the hard way. But I don't stalk your Instagram, 'cause I don't care to know, mate. Who you've been sleeping with's no longer my business. And it feels good, it feels great. I moved on, but I just wanted to say best of luck to you, and I hope you're happy someday. But keep your sad sob story, cause I won't read it anyway. You can keep your sad sob story, cause I won't read it anyway. You can keep your sad sob story, cause I won't read it anyway. If being mean was a habit, you must be addicted. It's hard to imagine what world you think you live in. Cause if you didn't win, you'd throw the closest thing to you, or punch your fist through the wall like it was made of sand. Darling, you're mad, worse than my dad. You should get therapy or a punching bag. And I'm so glad we're over. No more trying and fighting again. And you can keep the damn sofa, cause I never liked the orange, but you hated the red. So I had to let you go to know that I didn't need you in the first place. Life's about learning, and I can show you that the hard way, but I don't stalk your Instagram, cause I don't care to know, mate. Who you've been sleeping with no longer my business. And damn, it feels good, it feels great. I moved on, but I just wanted to say best of luck to you, and I hope you're happy someday. But keep your sad sob story, cause I won't read it anyway. You can keep your sad sob story, cause I won't read it anyway. You can keep sad sob stories, but I had to let you go to know that I didn't need you in the first place. Life's about learning, and I can show you that the hard way, but I don't stalk your Instagram. I don't care to know, mate. Who you've been sleeping with no longer my business. And damn, it feels good, it feels great. I moved on, but I just needed to say best of luck to you, and I hope you're happy someday. But keep your sad sob story, cause I won't read it, I won't read it anyway. You can keep your sad sob story, cause I won't read it, I won't read it anyway. I won't read it anyway. Yeah, yeah.
I said it was good. Lola Young, Sad Sob Story on Radio 1, playing for Ali and Lancaster in the Supports Club because they've just got back from a week in Mallorca, dreading work tomorrow with the holiday blues. Oh, Ali. Chinmay in Watford as well is back in, catching up with the Chillest show. What a cosy feeling. Well, that coziness continues with The Favours, the band that Finneas and Ashe have created. They're in Radio 1's piano sessions in 2 songs' time, and those 2 songs are Amie Blu and Rachel Chinouriri, starting with Amie.
Nothing's known when I lose hope. I started thinking if I was alone, pull up my clothes, you turn away then you'd understand me. I don't have the legs anymore. I don't have the legs anymore. Thought about leaving in the easiest way, but then I realized nobody's there. Lights on the pavement, but watch for the cracks. right place, but I'm scared. I don't have the legs
This is Radio 1's Chillest Show with Sian Eleri.
Somewhere beneath the surface, I wanna find if you're the problem or the purpose. 'Cause it's borderline, never know if you're sorry for what you said. For all I know you adore me, but keep it all inside your head. Just a little more time, was it really better to do? It was all I ever asked of you. It was all I ever asked of you. Nothing compares to the trouble that I've been through. It was all I ever asked of you. It was all I ever asked of you. I said it straight, maybe I didn't make it obvious. I wouldn't lie, you found a way to make it back yourself and all, because you're always right, never know if you're sorry for what you said. For all I know you adore me, but keep it all inside your head. Just a little more time, was it really better to do? It was all I ever asked of you. It was all I ever asked of you. Nothing compares to the trouble that I've been through. It was all I ever asked of you. It was all I ever asked of you. Just a little more time, was it really better to do? It was all I ever asked of you. It was all I ever asked of you. Nothing compares to the trouble that I've been through. It was all I ever asked of you. It was all I ever asked of you. Just a little more time, was it really better to do? It was all I ever asked of you. It was all I ever asked of you.
This is Radio 1's Piano Sessions with Sian Eleri.
We are very lucky to have a gorgeous live music moment from these two in Radio 1's Piano Sessions. It's the Favours, Ashe, Finneas, hi!
Hello.
Oh, so good to have you both on. And Finneas, I know you're no stranger to the piano sessions, so welcome back.
Thank you. This was definitely the most fun one we've been a part of, so thanks for having us again.
Oh, of course. I'm glad you had a good time, and it's great to see you two making music together. And the Dream, the record that dropped on Friday, I can hear the piano being a really consistent through line throughout this album. What role did it play in the making of the record? Did all songs start at the piano stool?
I mean, a lot of them started at the piano. I think a handful started at guitar. But anything that I sort of concocted from the jump, I'm only a piano player. I'm very, very bad at guitar. Finneas is just great at every instrument. He's playing drums on a song that we're doing live, and yeah, watching him has been really fun. But I am a pianist, and so a lot of songs started that way for me. And Finn brought a bunch in on piano too. Yeah.
Piano is really that's the thing that I feel very comfy on. Bass and guitar and, working on beats on a computer or whatever. I can muscle my way through it, but I really feel like I find stuff on piano in a way that I don't find stuff on a guitar or something like that. So especially doing this BBC session, natural, obvious choice to do it on piano for us, I think.
Well, we're really glad to have you, and we'll hear the first track now. It's called Necessary Evils. It's off the new album, The Dream. What inspired this song lyrically? Did you both collaborate with this record when it came to lyrical content?
I mean, I think I was listening to Simon and Garfunkel on a walk, and I was staying with Finneas and his girlfriend Claudia at the time, and, was up at some god-awful hour and came in, and I was like, I might have another song for us, and sat down at the piano and showed him a bit. And I think it's interesting to me to talk about love in a sense of talking about the cost of it. The cost of loving is that you're probably going to have your heart broken, whether they, leave you or pass away. And I think that there's something really interesting about that. So we kind of wrote from that place, and I think that it's interesting. I'm glad we did it for BBC because it is a little bit of my atonement, in that I wanted to cut the song from the record a year ago, and it was so the wrong answer. And so now I feel like I'm kind of making up for what a terrible decision that would have been. And I'm so grateful that we kept it in. So.
Oh, it's such a good song. I love it.
Well, fair play to him, and fair play to you as well for not leaving this track on the cutting room floor. We get to hear it now as part of your Radio on Piano session. This is The Favours with Necessary Evils.
Knowing one day you're not gonna wake up, could avoid all the pain if we rip the band-aid and break up. Oh, all the necessary evils of loving you. Oh, all the necessary evils of losing you.
At the very least, I would miss you if you leave the house. While I'm still in one piece, can we rip up the lease and move out? Oh, all the necessary evils of loving you. Oh, all the necessary evils of losing you. No, I'd never feel blue if I never met you, and I'd never be wrong, 'cause you'd never be true if you
unnecessary evils of loving you. Oh, all the necessary evils of losing you.
Playing live, The Favours with Necessary Evils for Radio 1's piano sessions. Now this is the Chillest show, so we're always keen to know, what does the perfect chill day look like for each of you, Finneas and Ashe?
I'm a really social person, so like I would assemble some amount of my friends, and over the summer in LA, that venue, the Hollywood Bowl, does this concert series where they'll have like the LA Philharmonic do classical music, and it's so fun to go listen to classical music live. And so me, Billy, Claudia, our friend Matt, who played on this record, Lucy, and our friend Nhat all like cooked separate food items and then brought it as like a potluck to the bowl, and then ate all of this food together that we'd all cooked, and like somebody brought dessert and I brought some like noodles and whatever, and then you eat and then you watch this wonderful classical music concert. So that was pretty ideal. I don't know if I'd want to do like that every day. That might the shine might wear off, but man, I loved doing that the other day. That was awesome.
How were your chefing skills? Did you feel like, oh God, I need to make something delicious? I was like, oh, it's cool, it's just my mates.
Yeah, I love to cook, so I always want to make something good, but I didn't feel pressure.
Good. Ashe, what about you? What does your perfect day off look like?
Well, I am less social than Finneas. I definitely lean more introverted. I'm a real mountain girl, so if I could just sort of take my fiance to a cabin and like hang out and make fun cocktails and go on a hike and just chill, that would probably be the perfect day off. Or like,
sounds pretty good.
My mom is in town right now, and after rehearsal, this is a perfect example. Finneas, very social. He was like, who wants to go to the beach? And everyone's like, I do. And I was like, my mom's here. We're gonna order Chinese food and watch true crime. So I went home and did that. And it was sort of like the perfect balance. And, it works for me.
Sounds pretty perfect for me too. Now, back to your Radio 1 piano session. We've asked you for a cover song too. And you went for Miley Cyrus's The Climb. What made you pick that song?
I think that I don't want to insult anybody here, but I think that I love seeing through the way that the world sees a song and being like, that song is actually fantastic. You know what I mean? I think that like that song is old enough and from Hannah Montana, the movie, enough that there's probably not kids who were 13 when that movie came out, but maybe somebody who was like a snobby 30-year-old when that movie came out. There might be some level of like dismissiveness about songs from Hannah Montana, the movie. And I think that sometimes, in a space where you can cover a song, you can kind of shine light on how great of a song it is. So I just was like, this song has always been stuck in my head. I remember one of us bringing it up at like a rehearsal or some interview or something, and both of us were like, always gonna be that like we immediately like started just like ripping it. And like that just is a sign that it's a great song. Like if you remember like every word of a song 15 years later, it's like, it's probably a really good song. So I think that was what made it appealing. It was like, oh, we can just like really kind of illustrate how great this song is, which of course Miley does. It's just been 15 years since it came out.
Yeah, and that chorus, my God, that hits. So thank you so much for performing it as part of your piano sessions, and all the best with everything in the wake of the album. It's out now, it's called The Dream. The Favours, thanks so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Covering Miley Cyrus's The Climb, this is The Favours for Radio 1's piano sessions.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming. There's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head It's a climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. You just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. There's always gonna be another mountain, always gonna wanna make you move, always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. There's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. It's a climb.
Oh, that was so stunning for Radio 1's piano sessions. The Favours covering Miley Cyrus's The Climb. Before then, we heard Necessary Evils. We were singing in the studio, so be grateful that our microphones were not up for that moment. But you can listen back and watch that session with your very own eyes over on Radio 1's YouTube channel or on BBC iPlayer to see them in action. Finneas and Ashe, The Favours, thank you very much. Love to hear your response too. Into Scissor now.
I touch that fire for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you. I'm so that like you, that I do it all that I'm around. You scared to do. I'm not. Long as you now here for me, I got it. My bitch scheming. I joke. As long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now. Tell the truth, I look better under you. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. I can just snooze and miss the moment. You just too important. Nobody like you do. You do. In the drop top ride with you, I feel like Scarface. Like that white with the bob, I'll be your main one. Let's take this argument back up to my place. Remind you I'm not violent, I'm your day one. We had, yeah, it was magic, yeah. Smash and grab, yeah. Nasty habits take a hold when you're not here. Ain't a home when you're not here. Hard to grow when you're not here. I'm saying I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody do body like you do. You do.
Main one right. Are you frontin' on me and I'm the main one right? Are you blaming on me and you the main one lying? Are you threatening and leaving? I'm the main one right. Just tryna make you everything. Main one right. Are you frontin' on me and I'm the main one right? Are you blaming on me and you the main one right? Are you blaming and leaving?
you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You're just too important. Nobody do better like you do. You do.
A classic by SZA. Snooze. Luce in Northampton loved that piano session with the Favours. Saying I adore Finneas and Ashe. What a piano session. Absolutely stunning. Wow. Wasn't it just? Loved having them on. I loved having them in, performing live just for us. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can rewind me live now over on BBC Sounds to hear them in all their glory. Okay. This guy's back. First name using 2 years from Thundercat. It's called I Wish I Didn't Waste Your Time.
I thought that everything was fine. So wrong. When did I cross that line? I really hoped you were the one for me. I'll never be the same again.
This is Radio 1's Chillest Show with Sian Eleri.
That I tell a harsh truth. The wind blows, won't be no sugar coats. My points can feel like a shark's tooth. Sometimes my point of view might exhaust you. Sometimes I like to look at shit obtuse, baby. I like to do shit impromptu, baby. I wasn't thinking about you. I like to move with the wind. You should know it like I know the back of my hand. I mean, I ain't saying fold for whatever I'm saying. I'm saying you should know my angles before we make any plans to be. Praying you understanding me. I can't make no space for you. Been on my own too long.
You shoulda, I coulda. Every single shoulda, woulda, coulda. Hindsight really making shudder. Hindsight will hit. In hindsight it clicked. In hindsight signs did exist. I'm fighting this. Reality, be honest with yourself. Everything just sits like novels on a shelf. Libraries of me denying flags, the signs I should have seen. But guess this loop is just a sign for you to speak. Speak then. Memories are vivid, see them still I have to grieve them. Message in a bottle, swallow truth or swallow. Weathering this journey, but this route was never scenic. Oh, this route was never. The route was never easy, but the square of it will surely be my reason. All this anger has the countenance of demons. All this anger means that there was truly feelings. How you seem to think that words will bring me healing. Words you could have said, could have read, could have wrote. I hope the hindsight make you sick and choke.
should know that I'm the type to not ask for help. I'm saying, you should know I feel weak, I don't do it myself. I mean, I ain't trying to be on no stealthy shit, but often I just keep to myself. I seen niggas keep a leash on their health, cause they couldn't muzzle the need for the wealth. I seen a brown eyes turn green, then he hated. You should know it got me jaded. Funny how that works, you should know I'm probably faded. Most of the time, the older I get, my pops fading out of my mind. But you should know that's plaguing me too. It's not the visual I usually paint, but it's true. These ain't the greatest parts of me, but they a part of me too. It's light, it's also dark in me too. I guess it all depends on which voice you hearkening to. They laying stains on some carpenter shit. We sharpening shit. You should know I'm confident too. The way these tend to marvel at truth. I know they won't believe we marbled the ride. You should know if they not blind and they partially blind. I see you clear when I'm near, when I'm farther behind. I know you know your face card don't decline and you a dime, but we could do it all on my dime. Thought you should know. And I ain't finna play with your time. Hope you can tell. Don't play me, please don't pay me no mind. You what I need, a considerably finer wine and Zinfandel. And admittedly, girl, I've declined, but been compelled to definitively make up my mind. And I arrived at you.
I tried to make space for you on my own tonight.
Don't even make space for myself. I mean, you should know that I'm the type to not ask for help. I'm saying, you should know that I can be that with myself. I mean, I ain't trying to.
Mick Jenkins, he's worked with Janada, Smino, Venna before, but this is the perfect pairing with ENNY on this tune with him. It's called Words I Should Have Said on Radio 1, and into a brand new name for this show. Although it might sound familiar if you've listened to Future Artist, the other show I present on a Monday and Tuesday night, all about the rising stars of the future. She's called King Madi, a songwriter from Lagos, and this is stunning. It's called Scumbag.
I'ma get shit once sets me up. I'm addicted to scumbags, yeah. I'ma get check and reset the score. I'm addicted to scumbags, yeah. I'ma get shit once sets me up. I'm addicted to scumbags, yeah. I'ma get check and reset the score. I'm addicted to scumbags. Oh no, I gave you too many mins, I gave you too many sex to come back. Why you won't gonna do me like that? Why you won't gonna leave me sober, sober? I gave you too many mins, I gave you too many sex to come back. Why you won't gonna do me like that? Why you won't gonna do me like? Baby, you're cool, you did disguise. I'm seeing you with different eyes. Suddenly, now I'm nobody. You're everything, you're enemy now. You say you're there for me in a lie. I let you in, so don't deny anything. More for nothing. You're everything, you're enemy now. I'ma get shit once sets me up. I'm addicted to scumbags. I'ma get check and reset the score. I'm addicted to scumbags. I'ma get shit once sets me up. I'm addicted to scumbags. I'ma get check and reset the score. I'm addicted to scumbags. Oh no, I gave you too many mins, I gave you too many sex to come back. Why you won't gonna do me like that? Why you won't gonna leave me sober, sober? I gave you too many mins, I gave you too many sex to come back. Why you won't gonna do me like that? Why you won't gonna do me like? I'ma get checking what I said. I'ma get checking reset. I'ma get shit one set me up. I'm addicted to scumbags. I'ma get shit one set. I'ma get checking reset. I'ma get shit one set me up.
King Madi. Into Lexa Ghetts on the Chillest show.
The future seems so far till you passed it. Day to day taste, looking for the light, headed for a casket. Feeling all in my head, face turning red, getting hot flashes. Life moving like acid, let it burn through my skin till it's bone. Spaces and songs, faces unknown, telling me where I'm going. Yeah, done that, everything I ever dreamt of. Please don't let me wake up. Everything going on, I wanna know. Remember back then when everything felt so impossible, so unprovable, unprofessional. Now pedestal appears under my feet, under my spell. Let the time tell what the mind do, baby, mind you. I was so lost, even am now. As a cash cat, as a gold mine. It's so fine, super fly, slipping through the vine lines. One of my kind. What's the Wi-Fi by the pool now? Surround sound, cruise around me, crucify me. Where would I be? Where I am now? I don't ask how. It don't change much. Let's stay in touch. I'm busy for the next few months. Future seems so far till you pass it. Day to day taste, looking for the light, headed for a casket. Feeling all in my head, face turning red, getting hot flashes. Life moving like acid, let it burn through my skin till it's bone. Spaces and songs, faces unknown, telling me where I'm going. Get done that, everything I ever dreamt of. Please don't let me wake up. Everything going on, I wanna know. I wanna know. Congratulations on your eternal vacation. You're winning now with the big boys. Chit chat of the town. How you feel? How you feel? Bet you feel so good. 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 Congratulations on your eternal vacation. You're winning now with the big boys. Chit chat of the town. How you feel? How you feel? Bet you feel so good. 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 Bet you feel so good.
Lexa Ghetts with what could be producer Sophie after having some helium coming home from choir. I don't know. It's called Past It on Radio 1. I can still hear it in the background. It's really hard to talk over, but we'll try. I'll remain calm, as is the quota of this programme. Hi to Richie, camping in North Wales, chilling in Llanuwchlyn, near Bala. To Maria, chilling on my floor whilst listening to the chillest tunes before another busy day at work. To Andy and Dougie, who want a late support club entrant. They're about half an hour over the clock, but I will forgive you. Because they say, we've had car trouble. It's unceremoniously went bust on me. I've been busy getting it dragged to the dealership. Oh, that's a shocker. I'm not laughing at you, Andy. I'm laughing at the... I was going to change songs because it's too distracting, but Andy and Dougie, sending you love. Hopefully the car is going to be in fantastic nick by the time you go and pick it up tomorrow. intense. Unit Pinko's remix of Disclosure higher than ever before on Radio 1. And we are fully into the mellow electronic part of the show. The final 30 minutes always dedicated to the best of it. This is one of them. JD Reed and George Riley. It's Outside.
Too hot in the summer, need a body of water, so I'm feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Wanna party, wanna drink, wanna stay up. Take all my clothes off and bask in the sunshine. Need some ice in a glass, give me sugar. Don't be shy, come outside, wanna see ya. Let's toast to that, let's drink to that. I'm down for that, wanna talk to that. Baby, pass me that. Smells nice, you know. We can go all night if you wanna. Say the word, don't choke, you gonna. I'm down for that, can you handle that, baby? Outside, outside. Got me feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. 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 Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Come on down, give me what I need. Got something to share. You can feel the energy, electricity in the air. I don't care. Trying to shake my derriere. Can't compare. No, no other time. That feels so right. Whoa, whoa. Got me feeling like I wanna go. Feeling like I wanna go. Feeling like I wanna go. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. 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 Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Outside, outside. Feeling like I wanna go outside, outside. Outside, outside. 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 I'm feeling like I wanna go outside, baby. Yeah. Outside, outside. Outside. I'm feeling like I wanna go outside.
JD Reed. Some lovely shiny production on that song. JD's worked with people like Skepta, Celeste, Mahalia. Was named and named over the last couple of years, and fans like Joy Orbison and Bicep certainly one to keep an eye on. That song with vocals from George Riley. It's called Outside on BBC Radio 1. We still have 20 minutes of music to squeeze in on the Chiller Show, all on the more electronic side of the spectrum. So that's 20 minutes for a shout out. 03700 100 100 is my number on WhatsApp. Leave me a name too, so I can shout you out properly. Into this then, from Cool Gal Rose Gray. It's called Everything Changes, but I won't.
We were 21, somewhere in New York. You showed me Brooklyn lights. You made me like myself. You made me love my face. Still feel that love. Lucky for me, I met you early. Lucky for you, I showed you mercy. Love the way you love me. All the things you can't say. Kiss away the lonely. 'Cause everything changes, but I won't when the party stops being fun. I have the patience to stay on when you come down from it. Everything changes, but I won't, I won't, I won't,
This is Radio 1's Chillest show.
It was so naive. How to love when we hide. Get close and release. It's easier when you try. Never it come back. Never it come back. Never it come back. Get it all. Never it come back. Love it. Never it come back. Get it all. Never it come back. Get it all. Never it come back. Get it all. Never it come back. Love it. Never it come back. Get it all. Never it come back. Get it all. Never it come back. Get it all. Never it come Baby, we're so naive. How to love when we hide. Get close and release. It's easier when you try.
Swedish producer Killen, making elevated dance music like this. It's called Naive on the Chillest show on Radio 1 with me, Sian Eleri. Now, we did have a piano session tonight with the Favors. They are Finneas and Ashe. Just dropped an album on Friday called The Dream, so they performed one track from it called Necessary Evils, and a Miley Cyrus cover of The Climb, which is incredible. You can listen back on BBC Sounds. You can rewind me live if you like, if you missed it. Would highly recommend, because they were in conversation with us on this show too. Or you can watch them as well on YouTube or iPlayer. And speaking of piano sessions, if you're more inclined to dance music, then before the Favors, S.G. Lewis took the piano stool. It was in the wake of him dropping Anemoya, the brand new album. It has Shy Girl on the album, which is amazing. Hannah from London Grammar as well. And that's who joined him for his piano session, which you can, of course, still listen back to on YouTube. But here's a song I haven't actually spun yet from the album, featuring Oliver Sim. You might know him from being a member or 1/3 of the XX, a song that came together seamlessly through them passing voice notes to each other, done in an afternoon kind of thing. And it's called Baby Blue.
Oh, how you made
beachy. Hi Dan, love the Pinku remix I spent a moment ago. Saying bring on the mellow electronica. Well, I've got 10 minutes left of it, so I'll make them worth your while, including LA-based UK producer Ed Apollo from a new album, Every Cloud. It's got Mild Minds on it. A track called First Light. Nice hopeful sound from them. It's called First Light. And this glistens too. A man who makes introspective dance music as my penultimate tonight. Long time fan of his. Still waiting on a debut album. Hopefully we'll have it soon. Jasper Tigner. Brand new from him. It's called Phase. Dreamy, Jasper Tigner, Phase. On the Chillest Show on Radio 1. And that is it from me. But thank you so much for your company, for Favours as well for their piano session. You can find today's full track list over on BBC Sounds. Radio 1's Indie Show is up next on Radio 1, but if you fancy sticking with the dance vibe, then Radio 1 Dance is your friend. It's our station that plays dance music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you can listen on DAB+, on BBC Sounds, or you can ask a smart speaker as well. The whole thing. You can just ask it to play Radio 1 Dance. So let's have one more from me for now. And it's glossy, it's optimistic, it's the perfect aftertaste. So it's been a lovely show. With a remix treatment from The Blaze, Ben Böhmer, Gaudy. This is Slow Wave on Radio 1.